welcome to Honesty. My name is An, and today is my birthday. I am tuning in from Da Nang, Vietnam. We have been moving to Malaysia for the past 2 months. We're past the moving, we're officially settled in. We're still waiting for our shipping container, but we definitely live there now. And all this while, everything has been super busy. Honestly, everything has been falling into place. But there's just this one thing. I've been craving Viet food more and more every week. I really, before this, did not think that this would be something that would bother me. I was born in California, in Orange County, home of Asian Americans. And eventually I moved to Houston, Texas, the second biggest home of Asian Americans, specifically Vietnamese. And I've always had Viet food at home growing up. I've always had Viet food in arm's length available to me down the street. And I never really noticed, honestly. I never really not had Viet food until I moved to New York 9 years ago. And even when I moved to New York, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little rough because at the time there really was very few Vietnamese restaurants at all in New York, and any of the Vietnamese restaurants in New York were Chinese run. So the soups taste like Chinese soups, not Vietnamese soups. But I would fly home often, every 2 months or so, to Houston to visit my family. So I didn't feel it that much. And I got my fix. Always flew back with some banh mi's and some Viet food. And it wasn't until COVID hit when I really felt it. I couldn't fly home to Houston. I couldn't fly to Asia. And even in New York, you really couldn't go that far. There was curfews and not many restaurants were open again. And I think that was the first time when I realized how much I need Viet food in my life. I went so stir crazy that I created a side business called Pho Broth Dealer. Shout out to my customers. Where I made pho at home and I stored it in my freezer. It was so successful that I ended up selling it to a lot of my friends, and it became a constant source of Viet food for a lot of my Vietnamese friends in New York. Since then, I've always had pho stashed away in my freezer for the hard times. And once again, I would go back to Houston and I would get my Viet food fix and I would really be fine. And up until now, I honestly would tell you, I'm not much of a foodie. I'm not so picky. I'm really okay with anything. And I really believe myself. But after these weeks, I find myself wanting Viet food so bad. And I didn't know it bothered me this much until now, to be honest with you. I knew I love it, but I didn't know I couldn't be without it. So came time for my birthday and my husband asked, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Who do you want to be with? How do you want to celebrate? It sounds so silly, but I told him I just want some goddamn Viet food. So we decided to make a trip out of it and flew to Da Nang for the weekend. We're here for 3 nights. It's my first time in Da Nang. It's actually our first time being in Vietnam together. He's gone to Vietnam before. I've gone to Vietnam before, but we've never been together. So it's a very cool experience to wander around and him pawn me off as his Vietnamese wife and speak Vietnamese to everybody. But it's really been amazing here. It's my first time in Da Nang. We are staying right by the beach, so it's just gorgeous every day. It is July, so it is hot. And when I say hot, I mean hot. Besides that, it's really beautiful. And it's very different from Ho Chi Minh. I'm still getting to know the area, but so far we've eaten a lot of amazing food. I think when we landed, the first meal we had was a banh xeo. And I think the second meal after that was probably a banh mi, and had 2 Vietnamese coffees. I'm not gonna lie, I was really excited. So I ate like 5 times. I was eating not because I was hungry, I was eating because I want to try that dish. So it's been a couple days now, and I think I've calmed down a lot more. It's been very nice. I will have to say this though, I think some people would really disagree with me on this, but after living all my life in America, after going to Vietnam many times and eating the Viet food here, I still think Vietnamese food in America is better than Vietnamese food in Vietnam. I said it. Let me explain. I am thoroughly impressed by the quality and the diversity of Viet food in Vietnam. I'm honored that I get to taste Viet food from where it came from, its source. But I've also realized now that I've been back and forth that my family, the immigrants that came from Vietnam to America, they made Vietnamese food with the original recipes and taste in mind. However, I do believe there has been a progression in the evolution of Vietnamese people where they've had access to higher quality foods, higher quality meats, ingredients, and the Vietnamese food in America tastes different. Dare I say, better? Okay, so let's say if you get a banh mi here in Vietnam. Maybe it costs anywhere between $1 USD to $1.25 USD for a banh mi, like a roast pork fresh banh mi. But you can get a banh mi in America nowadays ranging between $7, $6-7 to something like $12, $15. But the quality of meat and the amount of meat in the banh mi is quite a bit. And I feel that, yes, it's significantly more than what you pay in Vietnam, but I think the quality and the meat quantity is a lot higher. That's the challenge I've been having here in Vietnam. I would order a bun sao, and it's crispy, it's nice and yellow, it has tons of bean sprouts, but like 2 shrimps. And the shrimps are like tiny. It's not even the big giant prawns. It's the tiny baby shrimp. I love the taste. The nước mắm is good. The fish sauce is good. But, I just want more pork, more shrimp in my bun sao. And in America, I think because you're charging $12, you gotta put some pretty big pieces of prawn in there. So even the pho, some of you guys are gonna come for me, but I think the pho in America is better than the pho in Vietnam. The depth of the broth, the quality of the bones, the brisket, the cuts of meat, the amount of meat is different. And I know you're probably thinking, how convenient for you to be born in California and Texas and say, oh, I think the Viet food is better. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. And I think that other Asian Americans in the areas that I stated would probably agree with me. But nonetheless, I feel honored. I feel blessed to have grown up eating amazing Vietnamese food. I feel blessed to have a mom that cooks amazing Vietnamese food. For me to know Vietnamese food at these levels, at these depths. I appreciate all the levels. I appreciate all kinds. But I feel that with this knowledge and with this experience, I feel this duty rising to want to share what I feel Viet food tastes like in my mind. I'm not saying I'm gonna open a restaurant. I'm just saying don't be surprised if I do one day. But besides the food, which I'm very, very happy about, it's been nice to be by the beach. I think when Carlo asked me what do I want for my birthday, one of my top answers was I want to be by the ocean. the ocean has always been very grounding for me. Being in nature, hiking is something that has always been very grounding for me, but our hiking boots are kind of in the container and I just want to chill by the beach at this stage in my life. So we started my birthday with a couple's photo shoot. I talked Carlo into doing a matching ao dai photo shoot. If you don't know, ao dai is the traditional Vietnamese outfits. On our wedding day, I wore a traditional ao dai and he wore a barong because he's Filipino, which is this traditional male formal outfit. But he's never gotten to wear ao dai and I've always wanted to see him in one. So we did that this morning, which was honestly amazing. I didn't even hesitate to sign up for this photo shoot. I think the cost of the photo shoot, the whole landed cost was about 120 USD. And that included the photographer, an assistant photographer, makeup and hair included, and outfit for the price of 120 USD. That is unheard of in America. And they were amazing at posing us. They're amazing at the location scouting. Marvelous. So that was really fun, a success. And then after that, we went to get some more Viet food at this Michelin rated restaurant. We actually tried to go last night, but the queue was ridiculous. So we went today right when they opened at 10:30 a.m. And because it was my birthday, Carlo said, go ahead, order whatever you want. And I ordered everything that I wanted to taste. It was kind of ridiculous because the staff was like, this is kind of a lot of food for 2 people. And I said, can we get a bigger table? And she was looking at me like, is there more people coming? I told her it was my birthday and I have every right to want to taste whatever I want to taste. So she laughed and said, okay. So we moved to a bigger table. So that was really fun. And right now we're just taking some time out of the daylight because it is hot outside and it's 2 o'clock now. It is not the time to be outside. So for the rest of today, I have a spiritual reading in 5 minutes time. I've been really enjoy doing spiritual psychic readings on my birthday. I find it to be a very special window of time, and I'll report back on what comes from that. After that, we're gonna head to the spa for like a 3-hour spa package. I'll take you with me, and we have some dinner plans, and we'll see where the night goes. But in today's video, we're gonna follow a different format where I'll take you along with me. And this is partly for me to remember my birthday, but partly for me to just celebrate it with you. So I hope you enjoy. I'll see you later. Hi. So we are at a private sauna and we decided to take you inside for some sauna talk. Come with.
Hello.
Welcome to Sauna Talk, where the conversations get heated and a little steamy. So, how about you just say what's on your chest?
Well, today is your birthday, and I hope you get to enjoy everything that we planned for today so far. Hope you have another year of happiness, health, success, and just overall fulfillment with your personal life, your work life, our relationship, and just continue enjoying life together. I hope you feel loved, celebrated, cared for.
So far I do. and I'm loving this Vietnam trip, although it's still only the first stop.
Yeah, this is going to be our third and final night in Da Nang. Tomorrow, we will transfer for 2 nights in Hoi An, and then we will do 3 nights in Quy Nhon and another 3 nights in Ho Chi Minh. This time in Da Nang has gone by really fast. Have not gotten to fully enjoy the beach yet, which is what Da Nang is also known for. But our friend put it very eloquently. It is not a beach city, and I agree with that. It is a city by the beach. And once you're here, I think you can kind of acknowledge that there is a subtle difference between both. But it is, in some senses, kind of like giving me a bit of Miami vibes, but in Vietnam, at least from the looks of it. Still very much Vietnam, though.
Thank you. How did you feel in the photo shoot this morning when you wore an áo dài for the first time? My đẹp trai.
Photo shoot was fun. The photographer and his assistant didn't speak English. I don't speak Vietnamese, so having a photographer pose me when I, personally don't feel too strongly as a poser, it was an interesting experience. I hope that the photos came out good and that we like a few of them.
I thought you did great. I think you did great for somebody who can't speak Vietnamese. All right, last topic, and let's make it a little hotter. What are your true feelings now that you're 2.5 months living in Southeast Asia?
Oh, this one's steamy. After 2.5 months living in Asia, I can genuinely and confidently say I love it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm taking advantage of all the benefits and the drawbacks of living in Southeast Asia. But to be honest, there's more benefits than drawbacks, at least so far. And I am also enjoying my semi-retirement still, so that's been nice. 2.5 months into that. Also been building. Also, we picked up our first AI agency client. But overall, it's everything that we've dreamed of. Our apartment is a dream. We get to wake up and continue building a life that we've been intentionally building. And I will say it's not for everybody, but it is for us. So we're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep challenging ourselves and going through the ups and downs of what it means to be your own boss, be your own thinker, be your own doer. No one's gonna hand you the blueprint. You just gotta figure out the blueprint on your own. And I think it's not for everybody. It takes a certain type of want to do it, and then want alone is not enough. You need to be willing to execute on it. So those are my thoughts.
Spicy, steamy, hot. Thank you for sharing. It's getting a little hot in here, so to be continued. I got food poisoning on my birthday. After the amazing time at the spa, we went to a restaurant of my choice that had nice air conditioning, seafood menu where they get to pick out the live seafood and they'll cook it for you. I thought it would be a great way to end the night, and I ordered a lobster, which tasted amazing. We ordered some stir-fried seafood noodles, which was also amazing. And it was my bright idea to order some mantis shrimp. I haven't had it in a while. I usually eat it in Vietnam, and I picked it out myself. When it came, I had a funny feeling about it. It was a little gray, and I thought, that's kind of strange. But I ordered it, and it was already here, so I said I should eat it. And the second red flag is when we started eating it, the meat wasn't falling out of the shell. It was kind of stuck in the shell a bit, and it was a bit of a struggle to get the meat out. And I thought that's kind of strange also, but whatever. Carlos stopped eating it halfway through, and I wasn't going to waste this mantis shrimp, so I went ahead and ate the rest. The next day, oh my gosh, it was so bad. I woke up with the sharpest stomach pains. I've been in Asia many years, many times, and I've never in my life have had food poisoning. This is my first time. It was, even more painful because we had to leave our hotel and transfer to the next hotel. And the whole time I'm just holding onto my stomach, just sweating, got chills, fever. It was terrible. And even today, we spent most of the day at the hotel. We're in Hoi An and I've only gotten to go out like twice. I feel bad because we leave tomorrow already. But I think that was something I wouldn't wish to do again. Overall, I mean, my birthday was great until the next morning, and I hope that we're past the worst of it, and tomorrow that I'll feel strong again and can go explore. But for now, that concludes my birthday. Let's try to enjoy the rest of the trip. In the meantime, let's just look at some of the photos, and so we can take our mind off of this food poisoning. I'll see you next week. 어떡해